Hey everybody, and welcome to my fourth of 4 videos about the Pentax K-S1. This video is exclusive to how to take video with your camera. So the first thing to know is that your video function is in the on-off button. Off, on, video. When you're in video, the LED ring around or in this button turns red to let you know you're about to shoot a video instead of green, which will let you know you're about to take a picture. Couple things to know: videos are manual focus. And what that means is that you can use your autofocus beforehand to focus on something, but you can only use manual focus once the video has started. We're starting to record an actual video right now. I'm sure it's going to win a Pulitzer Prize, this video of the white backdrop on my counter. As you can see, I cannot autofocus during video. I cannot adjust the focus ring either unless I switch to manual focus, and now I can focus. And that's useful and good to have because it means that the autofocus motor, stopping the recording, the autofocus motor will not be recorded on the video, and that's good because the microphones are right here and here and will pick up the autofocus sound over everything. So like I just showed you, to start your video is exclusive to live view, meaning that if you want to see your video, you cannot see it through the viewfinder, you can only see it through live view. And once you have started your video, once you know what you want to take a video of, and you've said, I'm going to take a great video of this red cloth here, you push the shutter release button to start your video. And you can watch through on the view screen here to see what you're taking a video of, and make sure that it's framed correctly and in focus and all of that great stuff. And then once you're done with the video, you just push the shutter release to finish it. The K-S1 does not have a microphone port on it like the 645Z and K3, meaning the only sound recording will come through the stereo microphones on either side of the Pentaprism, and those have an effective range of about 3 to 5 feet. Beyond that, any speech or noises will be drowned out by whatever is immediately around the camera. There are some ways to creatively control your videos. Video on the K-S1 works with M, TAV, AV, and effect modes and program modes, with different results for each. We'll start with M. In full manual movie mode, what you're able to do is adjust the aperture. You can see right there, the aperture is adjusting as I rotate this dial. By hitting the AV button, you are also able to adjust the shutter speed, not the frame rate. This is not 160 frames or 200 frames per second. This is how fast of a shutter speed, 1/320th of a second, 30 times a second for the frame rate. The images are taken in the video, and you can adjust as slow as 1/30th of a second for 30 frames per second. Obviously, you can't go any slower than that at 30 frames per second. So hit the AV button again, and we go back to the aperture. So those are the two, and you can also control the ISO manually in manual mode. So those are the 3 things you can control. Shutter speed, not frame rate. You can set the frame rate differently, but in this, your 3 immediate control metrics are shutter speed, how long each exposure is per 30 frames, your aperture, and your ISO to achieve the best exposure that you can achieve with this camera during a video. The next mode is TAV. And what TAV allows you, this functions exactly like TAV, and as you can see, the ISO has disappeared. So I know that I don't want an aperture smaller than 9, and I don't want a shutter speed slower than 1/30th. The camera is going to determine what ISO or sensitivity to use to achieve that rate or it will use something faster, so f8, f5.6, than f9. So full manual mode is best to give you full control over the video. Time and aperture value is the best if you're going to have some changing conditions and you want the camera to have a little bit more control over how it reacts to those changing conditions. Next is aperture value. In this mode, the only thing you can do is you can change the aperture. So you can do this during a video, but you can make the aperture smaller or larger, change the depth of field, change the amount of light coming in, and then the camera is automatically going to select what shutter speed to use and what sensitivity to use based on your frame rate. This is a good method to use if you want to control your depth of field and let the camera figure out how to control the lighting. The next mode is effect, and in effect you can, in effect mode you can select one of the effects available in the still camera mode and have that be taken with the video. Now, if you do this, you will only have the video with this effect. You will not have the normal video that you could add effects to later. So this is a mode I really strongly recommend avoiding unless your effect is black and white or you really want to have one of these looks. In every other mode that you set the dial to, you'll see that it says Movie P, that's for program. So you can set it to P or you can set it to anything else, and what will happen is it will function in program mode, knowing what lens it has, the lighting conditions, and so forth. It will automatically select the aperture, shutter speed appropriate for the frame rate, and sensitivity to achieve optimum exposure. So we'll go back to full manual to give me the most control as we demonstrate the other functions. For white balance, for instance, white balance is the same as we demonstrated in video 2 for still photography, and you can adjust the white balance settings for different settings: shade, bright sun, fluorescent lighting, tungsten lighting, and so forth. We're just going to leave it at auto white balance. If you're curious about what any of those do, check out video number 2, and you can use the index to get right to that part of the video that explains what each of those white balance settings are. Flash mode, not available with videos, obviously, because the flash is just a bright burst, not a constant light, and videos need constant light. Lastly, the info button. In video mode, the info button brings up a menu. It allows you to change your custom image space. You can make it any of these that we saw in video 3 in the first menu item. Reversal film is a good one, so is natural. You can add a digital filter, change your metering mode, turn on or off your highlight correction, and again, each of these functions we discussed in video 3 as to what they actually do. Turn on or off shadow correction, turn on or off your face detection, on or off focus peaking, on or off your AF assist light, on or off you can adjust your recorded pixel size, you can adjust your frame rate, you can adjust your microphone sound recording level, and shake reduction. And info is a really good way to get in to use the most important functions, in fact the only functions that are available during video. This is a really well laid out camera for video recording. The main downside is the lack of a microphone port. So that's it. That is the video for how to make videos with the Pentax K-S1. And this has been a fun camera, and I've enjoyed using it this last month. If this video was helpful, please leave me a thumbs up. That lets me know that I'm on the right track. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please leave them below. Same thing with corrections, of course. If you have suggestions for other videos, please let me know. And if I have the equipment and technical know-how, I'm more than happy to make those for you. And if you'd like to subscribe to find out when I have more digital photography videos on their way, that button's around here somewhere. And one last thing, thank you guys for watching.